Well, good morning, Business 10 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week 8 of our 16-week course here at Norco College on Introduction to Business. And I'm going to be going over the assignments that you should be working on this week, week number 8. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so that you can see it. And there we go. I'm on our home page in Canvas, and I'm going to come down here to module number 3. That's where we're at right now. We just started it. Actually, we didn't start it yet. We're going to be module 2 the very last week because we have spring break coming up. So last week, you guys looked at leadership and different motivating techniques to motivate employees. I think it's one of the most fascinating chapters in the book. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you learned something about ways in which to be motivated or ways in which to motivate employees. And of course, you did a check-in assignment, going over some questions from the chapter. You did a quiz. And then, of course, you did homework on theory X versus theory Y. So those are different styles of leadership. Some of you leaned more X, some of you leaned more Y. One is not better than the other because different jobs and different tasks require different kinds of leadership. And then, of course, you continued your discussion post by Dan Pink, one of the best TED Talks there is. You will learn and you will remember so much from that one, so make sure you don't ignore doing that. So as we move now into week number 8, you're going to do a check-in assignment. We're going to be looking at 2 chapters this week, chapters 11 and 12. And that's going to be on human resources and then also human relations management, dealing with kind of unions and stuff like that. So kind of some interesting topics. So you're going to do a check-in assignment. There's going to be 4 questions, 2 from each chapter. I gave you the chapter PowerPoints here. I also gave you a video on human resources that you might want to look at because it really does give you a good idea of what human resources is all about. What's missing here, however, is your homework assignment for this week. So I'll have to add that. It'll be there when you look at this tomorrow or today. And then, of course, you have your quiz number 7. Actually, I don't think there's any homework because you have an exam this week. This week, module number 2 closes. So that's why there's no homework assignment. But you do have a quiz, and then you have your first or second exam. And I believe I've edited that exam. Notice there it says remove chapter 8 and add 9 and 12. So I might need to make an edit to that before you guys take it. But it'll be due by the end of this week. So don't worry about that. The date and time and all the questions will be up to date by the time you take it. And then, of course, next week is spring break. So enjoy your time off. There will be no video that week. But this week you are focusing on human resources and human relations as it deals with unions and agreements and things like that, management versus union. It's really a good chapter. So anyway, enjoy that. If you have any questions or issues, don't hesitate to get a hold of me, but that's the short and sweet of it this week. And again, don't forget to do your exam. Also, don't forget to complete. You actually are going to be completing this check-in assignment, so I'll be changing that, right? Or discussion post, sorry. You're going to be completing the discussion post, so don't ignore that. I'm going to write up here, complete. And that way you'll know that it needs to be completed. And I'm going to put April 9th. That's when it closes. And so there you go. So you have to complete the discussion post. You have to complete your exam and complete your check-in assignment. And then, of course, do your quiz. And the only reason I do the quizzes, by the way, the same week as I do an exam is they're just a way for you to practice. And a lot of the same questions that are on the quiz will also be on the exam. And I allow you to take the quiz up to 3 times. So it's really just kind of more of a practice. So don't stress out on getting a good grade on that. It's not going to bother you anyway. In fact, I drop a couple of your quizzes anyway, your lowest quizzes. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. Have a great week.